everybody, I'm Maggie.
And I'm Angus.
And today we're outside the school office to interview our school principal, Mr. Oliver.
We sent an email out to our students wondering what they wanted to know about our principal.
So we've chosen our top 10 favourite questions and we're going to go interview them right now. Hi sir.
Hello.
Can we talk to you? Can we ask you a few questions?
We've got our 10 questions for you.
Have a seat.
So this is a 10-question challenge. You have 60 seconds. Start the clock. Do you like cats? Why/why not?
It's not that I don't like cats, they don't like me. They make me allergic.
Would you rather be a hobbit or an elf for 24 hours?
A hobbit.
Makes sense. Would you want to be in high? What did you want to be in high school?
What did I want to be in high school? David Attenborough.
Fair enough. Do you know how to play the bagpipes?
Easy one, no.
What would your spirit animal be?
Definitely a unicorn.
What is your favourite musical?
Les Mis.
And a very important question for you. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No, it's just wrong.
Love to hear it.
Disgusting. What's your favourite colour?
Blue.
The biggest difference between Scotland and New Zealand?
The weather.
What's the best thing you discovered about THS?
Definitely the people.
Aww.
Hi everyone, we're here with Mr. Oliver again to ask him some questions students want to know about him. So, first question, what made you want to be principal at Taradale High School?
Kia ora. So, it's a good question. I've had a career in education for about 23 years, about 8 years in Scotland and the rest of the time in New Zealand. As I've progressed through my career, I've had, I suppose, a range of different leadership roles. And you get to a certain point where I don't know if I was necessarily looking for a principalship to start with myself, but that people will start to, through your professional conversations that you have with appraisers and mentors, have you thought about becoming a principal? So then I did, started thinking about becoming a principal. And then you've got to look at a school that's right for you and where you're right for them. You've actually got to be a good fit. So in a sense, I wasn't specifically necessarily looking for Taradale, but a school like Taradale. So in a sense, it really did fit because it's a relational school. A lot of the things that Taradale had been working on are things that I've had a lot of involvement with in the past, and I felt that I could add quite a bit through coming here as a principal based on the experiences that we've had.
So you're glad you've made the decision to...
I'm definitely glad I made the decision. I very much feel part of the whānau now. My whānau are settled in Hawke's Bay and we're loving it.
Well, that's awesome to hear. So question 2, what's the most difficult decision you've had to make ever in your teaching career?
That's a hard question to try and isolate one specific decision. There's a lot of difficult decisions that you make, I think, and you can look at it from different perspectives. I think from a personal perspective, I think any time I look to leave a school, it's difficult because you make connections. Therefore, leaving's always hard. I think this last move was probably the most difficult because it involved a move, not just for me, but a move for all of my whānau. So I sense that was probably the hardest decision. In a sense, it was easy and it was difficult because it was really exciting to have a new role. It was really exciting to think, well, actually, I can have a principalship for the first time in a great place, in a great school. And it was mixed with having to leave a lot of colleagues and friends behind and make a big change for my whānau. So that's probably one of the most difficult decisions.
So we now have a video question for you from one of our students, Yanni.
Our school has built a strong foundation of support with our Māori students, but what are you doing for our Pacifica students?
Great question. So one of the areas that, as a deputy principal in my former school, Pakuranga College, I had a lot of involvement with was around supporting Pacifica students. It's very important that they have a place here at the school, they have an identity, and that their culture is both acknowledged and celebrated. And for me, one of the key first steps is around giving them some support and different forums for them to connect as a group. So I've been working with Tia, our head of Pacifica, along with Ms Jobson-Walsh, who's also been supporting the Pacifica group, to look at different ways in which we can actually create stronger connections and whanaungatanga between our Pacifica students.
So we've now actually got another video question for you. This is from another one of our students, Liv.
Why are kids in the Awhina Centre not integrated more into mainstream classrooms?
So again, a good question by Liv, and again, a tricky one. look, what we try to do with our students in our Fina Centre are the same as we try to do with all students. It's about meeting individual need. So there's no one way of doing things. There's no one way of supporting students. There's no one way of giving them a uniform set of options. We've got to do what's best for each individual student based on need. And again, look, I think the Fina Centre do an incredible job of integrating our students into more integrated classrooms and mainstream classrooms. I think, for example, all juniors have their options within mainstream classes involve nutrition, PE, and some of the other options. At senior level, they have the same.
So you tend to focus more on personal stuff rather than as a whole?
Definitely, I think I think we have an overview set of values in what we do, but I think we've got to look at each individual. It's what we should be doing.
Perfect. Yeah, agreed. So a big question for you: how do we change the school for the better?
Well, I think the first thing is to have that mindset of continual improvement. Often when you look to create change in a school, you get a range of different responses, and one of the responses you will sometimes get is, well, it's not bad, or it's not broken, why are we fixing it? Well, the fact is that we're a learning establishment, we're all about learning, and therefore we're always about continuing to learn and continue to improve.